Dear students, in this video we will try to understand a poetry, My Mother at 66. It is from your textbook Flamingo, so please take the textbook. And this poetry is written by an Indian writer and poetess, and her name is Kamala Das. And in the writing world she is known as Madhavi Kuti. When we read her writings, we can understand that she writes from her personal experiences. And this poetry, My Mother at 66, is also a personal experience of writer with her mother. So the central idea or the main theme of this poetry is a wonderful bond between a mother and a daughter. Now look into the textbook. We will read the lines of the poetry and we will try to understand it. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doors, open mouth, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away. I looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. There are some words, though not new to you, but still you may get little confusion. So please note down the meaning of some of the words that are given there. Beside, that you know it is alongside. So side of someone. So beside, alongside, just near. Doze, another word you may find there. That means a nap, a short sleep. Then ashen, you may see ashen means like ash, grey color, pale color. So then you may see corpse. Corpse means dead body. Then another word that you may see is spilling. Spilling means overflow or come out of or let out, we can say. Then sprinting. Sprinting means running, running fast or moving fast, we can say. Sprinting. So these are some of the words that you may get a bit confusion, and now it is clear, I think. Now we will try to understand the lines or the meaning of those lines that we have already read. So the writer is telling, on last Friday I was returning from my parents' home to Cochin, to the airport, and I was sitting in a vehicle, and beside me, near me, my mother also was sitting in the vehicle. And as they were going, the writer started observing mother. Mother was dozing. She was sleeping. You know, some people when they travel, they sleep. So mother was sleeping. And as she was sleeping, she kept a little bit opened her mouth. Some people when they sleep, they keep, not knowingly, but unknowingly, mouth will be little bit opened. So like that, mother was sleeping and her mouth was little bit opened. And the writer looked at the face of mother, and it was looking little ashen color, little grey color, means pale. She felt that my mother lost that charming which she was having earlier. So she felt now my mother is like a corpse. Corpse means a dead body. So that thought, my mother has become very old, that thought gave little pain to the writer. So in the next lines we see, in order to avoid that painful thought, or in order to get rid of that painful thought, writer started looking outside the vehicle. Then she noticed the trees are running back. You know, when we travel in a vehicle, we feel the trees are running back. At least we felt that way when we were children. And also she saw some energetic activities like small children coming out of their house, playing, running in the street and so on. Two imageries poet brings here to indicate that the passage of time. Children playing indicates the youthful life, and the running of trees, that indicates the passage of time. Quite fast the time passes. And while looking at the children playing, the poet must have been thinking about her childhood days, and she is thinking now how fast the time passed, and now my mother has become quite old, and how long she will be there now, no idea. So like that, many thoughts must have been going on in the mind of the poet. So I hope that much you understood. We'll see the next lines. Look into the textbook. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her, wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. In these lines, there are not many new words, but still there are some, like wan. Wan means dim or weak. Pale, dull, colorless. Then Amma means mother. Then ache, pain. So these are the some of the words. So the poet continues. She tells that like that they reached airport, and if you have gone to airport, you know that there is a security check as you enter into the airport. Up to there only the bystanders or those who come with you can come. From there you say goodbye and you enter into the airport. So after the security check, she got into the airport and she just turned and looked at mother once again, and she again felt mother was seen there. She was quite wan. Wan means weak, looked weak and pale, little dull looking, not much energy. And she makes a comparison there. She was looking like a winter's moon, late winter's moon. The late night, the winter time, how the moon looks. The light of the moon won't be that clear. It will be very dim light. Like that, the mother was looking little dull. And the poet felt that familiar ache, my childhood's fear. So she felt in childhood how she felt that fear of losing mother. Children, they are frightened if they are separated from mother for some time. They get little fear and they start crying, and so that same feeling the writer was getting now, that fear of losing my mother. That means she was just thinking whether she could get a chance to meet her again alive. So like that, because mother was looking quite old, quite weak, and she was doubting whether she would be able to meet her again. So that is why that lines are given. Old familiar ache, that old fear. When I was child, I had that fear of losing my mother, the writer is telling. And the same feeling, same familiar feeling now she was feeling. But she did not express it with emotion. What she said to mother was, "See you soon, Amma," with a hope. So she did not want to make mother also sad, and she just said with a hope, "Meet you, Amma, again soon." And to make mother happy, she also brought a smile on her face, and she just smiled and hoping that she will meet mother again in the near future. So that is the poetry. Now you can write down the summary of this poetry. You can write it down, and when you write and when you read, you'll get more understanding of the poetry. So see you in the next